Aging doesn't automatically mean your legs have to become weak. In many cases, the real problem is that most people were never taught which foods can actually support muscle strength as they grow older. And no, this isn't about pricey supplements or trendy protein powders. These are simple, affordable foods you can easily find at a regular grocery store, foods that are often overlooked when it comes to maintaining strong legs later in life. I'm Dr. Robert, a surgeon with more than 20 years of clinical experience, and today I'm revealing 6 incredibly effective foods that can help improve leg strength, support balance, and preserve independence as you age. But before we begin, there's one statistic you need to hear. A major study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that adults over 65 with significant leg weakness are 72% more likely to experience a serious fall within the next 3 years. And after a major fall, nearly half of seniors never regain the same level of mobility they once had. This goes far beyond simple discomfort. We're talking about the difference between living independently and relying on others for everyday activities like walking through your home or stepping outside on your own. Now, there's one food on today's list, number 2, that genuinely surprised me when I reviewed the research. In fact, it's something many older adults have been told to avoid for years. So stay with me through the entire countdown because that one may completely shift your perspective. And before we start, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me your age in the comments and let me know, do you struggle with stairs or standing up from a chair? I read every comment and I truly enjoy hearing your experiences. Let's begin the countdown from number 6 to number 1. At number 6, sardines. I know they are not everyone's favorite, but don't dismiss them too quickly. Research from the University of Stirling in Scotland discovered that sardines contain a powerful combination of omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, and vitamin D that creates an ideal environment for aging muscles to rebuild and recover. As we age, our muscles develop what experts call anabolic resistance. In simple terms, your body becomes less responsive to protein and nutrients over time. When you were younger, your muscles absorbed nutrients efficiently after meals. But after age 65 and beyond, that process becomes much less effective. Sardines are rich in EPA omega-3s, which help improve your muscles' ability to respond to nutrition again. In one study, older adults who ate sardines several times per week experienced significantly better muscle protein synthesis than those eating other fish. I once treated a 71-year-old patient named Margaret who had become fearful of walking alone after repeated falls. After making several lifestyle adjustments, including adding sardines to her weekly meals, her strength noticeably improved within a few months. Eventually, she was walking several blocks to the park again for the first time in years. For best results, choose sardines packed in olive oil and pair them with lemon juice to boost iron absorption and oxygen delivery to your muscles. Number 5. Lentils. Lentils may not sound exciting, but they are one of the most effective foods for supporting muscle strength in older adults. Researchers from Harvard and Tufts found that seniors who regularly ate legumes had stronger quadriceps, the muscles responsible for standing, climbing stairs, and maintaining stability. Unlike quick protein sources, lentils digest slowly, providing your muscles with a steady supply of amino acids over time. This matters because aging muscles need longer exposure to nutrients to properly rebuild. Lentils are also rich in magnesium, a mineral many older adults are deficient in. Magnesium plays a critical role in muscle contractions and nerve signaling. Without enough of it, your legs can feel weak, sluggish, or unstable. Try adding cooked lentils to soups, stews, or sauces. Pair them with vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes or peppers to improve iron absorption. Number 4. Beet greens. Most people throw them away, but beet greens are actually one of the best foods for circulation and muscle performance. Studies from Wake Forest University found that the nitrates in beet greens improve blood flow to fast-twitch muscle fibers, the fibers responsible for quick reactions, balance recovery, and preventing falls. As blood vessels stiffen with age, muscles receive less oxygen and nutrients. Beet greens help relax and widen blood vessels, improving circulation to your legs. One of my patients, Robert, described his legs as feeling heavy like concrete before adding beet greens to his diet. After several months, he reported feeling more energy and improved mobility throughout the day. Lightly saute beet greens in olive oil and avoid overcooking them so they retain their beneficial nitrates. If you can't find beet greens, spinach and arugula are excellent alternatives. Now before we continue, if you're finding this information useful, consider subscribing and sharing this video with someone who may be struggling with weak legs or balance issues. These small changes truly can make a difference. Coming in at number 3, whole eggs. For years, many people were told to avoid egg yolks, but modern research paints a very different picture. Studies from the University of Illinois found that older adults who consumed whole eggs built more muscle protein than those who only ate egg whites, even when protein intake was the same. The key is leucine, an amino acid found abundantly in the yolk. Leucine acts like a trigger that tells your body to repair and build muscle tissue. Older muscles require more leucine to activate this process effectively. Egg yolks also contain choline, which supports communication between nerves and muscles. This is important because weak nerve-muscle connections can lead to poor coordination and slower movement. One patient of mine, Dorothy, had avoided yolks for years. After reintroducing whole eggs into her meals alongside regular walking, she noticed improved stability and confidence within weeks. Aim for 2 to 3 whole eggs daily, ideally after physical activity. Pairing eggs with whole grain toast may further improve nutrient delivery to muscle tissue. Now for number 2, the one that surprises many people, full-fat Greek yogurt. For years, full-fat dairy was blamed for cholesterol concerns, but newer research suggests fermented dairy products like Greek yogurt may actually help older adults preserve muscle mass. A long-term study from Maastricht University found that seniors consuming full-fat fermented dairy maintained more muscle in their legs compared to those eating low-fat versions. Full-fat Greek yogurt provides slow-digesting casein protein, which continuously feeds muscles for several hours. This steady nutrient release is especially important for aging bodies. It also helps reduce chronic inflammation, which quietly contributes to muscle decline over time. Plus, it delivers highly absorbable calcium, essential for every muscle contraction your body performs. Having a serving of full-fat Greek yogurt in the evening may be particularly effective because your body performs much of its repair work during sleep. Adding a little honey can help improve nutrient absorption and support gut health. And finally, number 1, wild-caught salmon. If there's one food older adults should prioritize for leg strength and healthy aging, this is it. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who regularly consumed fatty fish, especially wild salmon, experienced dramatically slower rates of muscle loss over time. Wild salmon is packed with EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, improve muscle responsiveness to nutrients, and support energy production inside muscle cells. These omega-3s also support mitochondrial health. Mitochondria are essentially the energy generators inside your muscle cells, and their efficiency naturally declines with age. Research shows nutrients in wild salmon may help improve mitochondrial function and even stimulate the formation of new mitochondria. Wild salmon also contains astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle tissue from damage and supports the fast-twitch muscle fibers essential for balance and mobility. One of my patients, James, had been told his muscle quality resembled that of someone decades older. After consistently eating wild salmon several times per week and following a healthier routine, his follow-up assessment showed dramatic improvement. Aim for about 3 servings of wild-caught salmon weekly. Fresh, grilled, baked, or even canned wild salmon can provide excellent benefits without breaking your budget. And before we end, I want you to remember this: your body still has the ability to adapt and improve, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Mobility and independence are not determined solely by age, they are heavily influenced by the daily choices you make. Your legs carry you through life. They take you to the people and places you love. And it's never too late to start supporting them better. Start small. Add one of these foods to your routine this week. Over time, those small decisions can create extraordinary changes. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more videos focused on healthy aging and mobility. And tell me in the comments, which of these 6 foods are you most interested in trying first? Before I go, I want to take a moment to answer some of the most common questions I receive from viewers just like you. These are real concerns that come up again and again, and I think the answers may help you feel more confident about the steps you're taking. Question 1, Dr. Robert, I'm in my 80s. Is it really too late for me to rebuild leg strength? This is the question I hear most often, and I want to answer it directly: no. It is absolutely not too late. Research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology confirmed that adults well into their 80s and even 90s are capable of meaningful muscle improvement when they make consistent changes to their nutrition and movement habits. The body's ability to adapt never fully disappears, it simply needs the right signals. I had a patient, Eleanor, who came to me at 84, convinced her best years of mobility were behind her. Within 6 months of making targeted dietary changes and adding short daily walks, she was climbing the stairs to her apartment again for the first time in 2 years. Your age is not a ceiling. It is simply where you are starting from. Question 2. Do I need to eat all 6 of these foods every week? Not at all. I want you to think of this list as a toolbox, not a checklist. Start with 1 or 2 foods that feel realistic and accessible for you. Consistency with a few foods will always outperform perfection attempted for a week and then abandoned. If wild salmon feels out of reach financially, canned wild salmon works beautifully. If sardines aren't to your taste, lentils and eggs are excellent places to begin. The goal is progress, not perfection. Question 3. I take blood thinners. Can I still eat these foods safely? This is an important question, and I always appreciate when viewers ask it because it shows you're thinking carefully about your health. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon and sardines, can have a mild blood-thinning effect. If you are currently on anticoagulant medications such as warfarin, it is important to speak with your prescribing physician before significantly increasing your intake of these foods. This isn't a reason to avoid them entirely, it simply means having that conversation first so your doctor can monitor you appropriately. Your healthcare team is your partner in this process. Never make significant dietary changes in isolation from the professionals managing your care. Question 4. How long before I might notice a difference? Honestly, most people begin to notice subtle improvements within 4 to 8 weeks of consistent dietary changes, things like slightly less fatigue when climbing stairs, or feeling a little more stable when standing up from a seated position. More significant changes in muscle quality and strength typically become apparent around the 3 to 6 month mark. This is not a quick fix, but it is a reliable one when you stay consistent. Think of it this way, your muscles did not weaken overnight, and they will not rebuild overnight either. But every meal that supports them is a step in the right direction. Question 5. What about protein powder? Do I need supplements? For the vast majority of older adults, whole foods are more effective than supplements, and the research increasingly supports this. Whole foods contain a complex matrix of nutrients that work together in ways we still don't fully understand. A sardine is not just protein. A whole egg is not just leucine. These foods deliver combinations of compounds that support each other's absorption and effectiveness in ways that isolated supplements simply cannot replicate. That said, if your appetite has significantly decreased with age and you are genuinely struggling to meet your protein needs through food alone, a simple whey or casein protein supplement may be a reasonable addition. But always prioritize real food first. And with that, I want to thank you sincerely for spending this time with me today. The fact that you're watching, asking questions, and looking for answers tells me everything I need to know about your commitment to your own health. Your legs have carried you through decades of life. With the right support, they can carry you through many more. If you have a question I didn't answer today, leave it in the comments below. I read them all, and your question may be featured in a future video. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.